Hi guys, I'm Andy. Welcome back to Backpacking UK. If hiking, backpacking and wild camping are your thing, please hit that subscribe button because that's what this channel's all about. Right, today be reviewing the Naturehike Nebula 2 tent. This is a cracking two-person tent. It's a 3-season tent, perfect for sort of warmer climates and warmer temperatures. It's got a mixture of solid and light mesh as well, so it will keep you that little bit cooler in summer. Now what I love about this tent, it's a little bit like a summer version of a Naturehike Cloud Peak 2 tent. You'll see what I mean in a minute, but I absolutely love this two-person backpacking tent. We've used this a few times recently because it's perfect for this time of year. Now this came from Collins Outdoors. It was £122. When you see it out, you'll agree with me, that's an absolute bargain. £122 for a tent like this is quite astonishing really. So what I'm going to do first, just going to get everything out for you so you can see what you're going to get for your money. Then I'm going to show you how to pitch it. Then I'm going to show you around the tent and then inside the tent, and then give you my final thoughts. So let's see what you get in this Naturehike Nebula 2 tent bag. Right, so this is the Naturehike Nebula 2 tent laid out for you. So this is just the tent. So this is the inner, the outer and the little canopy on top. Now this is 17 centimetres by 32 centimetres. So you can keep it just like that, so it takes up a small amount of space in your backpack. You can also store these separately if you like. There's 3 tent poles there, 48 centimetres long, then the ground mat, and then 12 tent pegs too. So these 3 tent poles are aluminium, as are the tent pegs too. This is what they look like. Really nice bladed alloy tent pegs, really good. You get these into firm ground, but they're good into loose ground as well. Right, so let's get this Naturehike Nebula 2 tent pitched. So the first thing I'm going to do is just stake out the mat. Now you know which direction the tent's going to be in because this tent is actually tapered. It's 110 centimetres wide at one point and 135 centimetres at the widest point at the other end. So I'm just going to stake it out using 4 tent pegs. Now you'll be pleased to know the Naturehike Nebula 2 backpacking tent is an inner and outer pitch in one. So that means if it's raining, the tent inner won't get wet. So it's absolutely brilliant, especially for more of a 3-season tent, more of a summer tent, that you can actually do that. But it also makes it so quick to pitch. So I'm just gonna move this out. All I've got to remember is this is the wide end and this is the narrow end. So just get that right first. So I'm just going to loosely attach these to the pegs in the corners, ready to put the tent poles through. So I've got my 3 alloy tent poles, I've got a small cross pole, and then I've got 2 other poles that are exactly the same size. So I'm just going to get these ready. So now I quite simply just put one end in the little fastenings in the corner, one end in the other. Okay, now when you get to this point, I always try to keep the tent poles a little bit closer together, and then just got to start clipping the inner and the outer to the tent poles, which is really easy. It's got really nice clips, it clips securely. It's just dead easy, this tent to pitch. like anyone can pitch this tent. And then you've got 3 big hooks. 1, 2, 3. So next up, what I want to do is just put the crossover pole across the tent, which gives it those nice, straight, vertical sidewalls that makes the inner so spacious. And then just bring it up to the hooks. And there we go. Tent's starting to look quite taut now. So now I'll just quickly stake out the doors, give the tent a bit of shape. And now I've got to put the tent canopy up. Now the canopy also has 2 little ringlets, one either side here that you can just put over. So what I'll do, just to finish it off nicely, I'm just going to wrap around the guy ropes, one on each corner. It's really nice and taut. Let's have a look around. So these are the little fixings the tent poles go into. And this is the little fixing at the top that the canopy goes into. And this is the additional guy line, and also where the canopy clips onto, and also the standard tent pole clip. Right, so let's take a look at the Naturehike Nebula 2 tent. As you can see, I really didn't take much time or really that much care pitching this tent. But look how taut it is straight away. It's really, really well made. It really is. Absolutely love the look of this tent. And wait till we see inside. It's really nice and spacious. I was a little bit unsure about the colour when I first got it. It's really grown on me. I really like it. Like I say, fantastic design where you've got one end is smaller end, one end is a bigger end. You've also got these slightly offset doors. So let's take a look inside. Bit of Velcro in a couple of places, nice zips. Just wrap these doors around, keep them securely into place with these little toggles. That's the ground sheet. As you can see, this is keeping it all nice and tight. Now you've got quite a solid mesh down at the bottom. I'd say like a mid-solid mesh in the middle, but you've got all this mesh here, all this like mosquito mesh here, and this is why we've been using this tent in the summer. So you've got 2 zippers here with glow-in-the-dark tabs. So zip one there, zip one here, and let's get this right back for you so you can have a nice look inside this Naturehike tent. So let's have a good look inside this Naturehike Nebula 2 tent. So you've got a pocket on one end, you've got a pocket on another end, but look at all this mesh. Absolutely stacks of mesh. Lots of notch. Look at that ceiling, just pure mesh. So good in the summer. You've got a little lantern hook there too. But as you can see, the canopy rises above the tent fly. So it just allows so much air into this tent. It really, really does. Loads of ventilation. Now, the fly on this Naturehike tent is their fairly standard 20D fabric. It's also got a hydrostatic head rating of 4,000 millimeters, which basically means it is very waterproof. Now before we just go inside, it's worth noting that the weights for this tent can vary a lot. Now I weighed this tent at home, it weighs exactly 2 kilos without the ground mat. So this Naturehike Nebula 2 tent is 105 centimetres tall. I'm 172 centimetres, 5'8", and there's absolutely loads of room in here. You could be 6 foot and it'd still feel spacious. It's 210 centimetres long. As I've said, it's tapered. It's 110 centimetres wide one side and 135 centimetres the other side. So it can be used for 2 people. It's going to be quite snug because it's tapered. Those mats are literally going to be touching together as they come out. But we've been using this as a spacious 1-person tent. It's been absolutely brilliant. Now, you might have seen my video where we got stuck in a bit of a storm. The weather changed from, like today, it was just a lovely day. All of a sudden, weather changed, the wind came in, the rain came in. This tent got battered all night. But I tell you what, out of the 3 of us that went camping, Kieran, who used this tent, had the most sleep. And that's against tents that are much more expensive than this from well-known big brands. So that goes to show just how good this Naturehike tent really is. And for what, £120? This is an absolute bargain. I truly recommend this tent for 3 seasons. Just don't get caught in cold weather. Now, if you have any questions whatsoever, stick them in the comment section and I'll get back to you. I've got lots of other Naturehike tents, so please check out those tent reviews too. But everything to do with this tent will be in the description, so check that out if you're after one. But I bought this from Collins Outdoors. I've bought quite a lot from them and Camperlist, and they've never let me down, to be honest, and all the taxes are included too, so you don't have to worry about VAT and duty, which is absolutely brilliant. So if I haven't before, please check out my other videos and hope to see you camping soon. Cheers.